everyone, so today I'm going to be making a giant chocolate chip cookie in a frying pan. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Never done it before, and we also have a bit of a mishap because 2 ingredients I've had to change, so that's great. Excuse how I look. I've literally been at work all day. I don't know what I look like. So it is currently 9:25 that I'm starting this. I think it's meant to take like 45 minutes. I've measured everything out already, so I'm like ready. I'm just gonna go through like what you need. This is, I basically found this, it was Nadia's recipe. She won the Great British Bake Off. And I saw this on YouTube, and was like, I have to make that, and I thought I may as well film it. What you'll need is 150 grams of unsalted butter. That was the first mishap. This is salted butter. Didn't have no unsalted butter. Great stuff. Then we need 160 grams of brown sugar. You need 1 medium egg. You will need half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You will need half a teaspoon of almond extract. You will need 225 grams of plain flour. Now this is the ingredient that I don't know how this is going to go, because one time we had plain flour. She's currently in Manila, so you know, she obviously knows from over there. We only had self-raising. So what I've done is I'm basically just using self-raising rather than using plain with baking powder. Is it bicarbonate of soda, sorry. Hopefully it's the same. It's definitely not. Hopefully it's similar. I don't know, we'll see how this turns out. And then you will need half a teaspoon of salt. If you are using plain flour and bicarbonate of soda, you need a half teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and then 200 grams of chocolate chips. The last thing you will need is a frying pan. It said like 23 centimeters. I have 2 frying pans, but preferably you need a non-stick frying pan basically, and this is non-stick. Place a small non-stick frying pan about on a medium to low heat. Now this is where I think I'm going to struggle a little bit, because I've got an electric hob. I prefer gas hobs. We have electric, so stuff tends to not cook as quickly. It's just like you can't control it as much as you can a gas hob, so it may be a bit iffy. So it says on a low to medium heat. It then says add the butter and allow it to melt. That's what I will do. Now, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to film some clips on my phone, and I'll import those into the video to overlap this. Okay, so this is me on my phone. We've currently got the butter melting. So what I'm actually going to do, which I didn't think of, is I'm not going to be putting the salt in it because I'm using unsalted butter. I'm using salted butter rather than unsalted, so I'm not going to be putting any salt in it either. So once this melts, I'm going to be adding in the sugar. Now, bearing in mind I've never made this before, so I don't know what I'm doing. This is a lot of butter, but I guess once the sugar's in with it. Okay, next step. Allow it to melt, then add sugar and stir it until it's dissolved. When a pop socket comes in really handy. This is dissolving very quick, like very quick. It's already dissolved. Did you see that splash? Okay, I'm going to take it off there. Is it dissolved? I need the instructions back up. How do you know when sugar's dissolved? It's brown, so it's hard to tell. Okay, so it's currently looking like this. Like, would you say that's dissolved, or would you say that's just wet sugar? I can't tell. Let's go and watch Nadia's video and see what she's up to. Okay, I would say this is dissolved because it's not thick or anything. Lightly beat the egg, add the vanilla and almond extracts. Okay, so you need half a teaspoon of almond, half a teaspoon of vanilla. Imagine if this was like mint, because we do have mint. Okay, now add the flour, bicarbonate salt, which I'm not. I'm just adding the flour because I'm not using bicarbonate salt. Now add the flour, bicarbonate salt to the mixture in the frying pan. This feels like really thick. To the frying pan, followed by the egg mix, stir until smooth. Okay. Did it say like slowly? We'll do a bit at a time. So it says I have to do this. Add the flour, bicarbonate salt to the mixture in the frying pan, followed by the egg mix. Stir until you have a smooth cookie batter. I'm trying to do bit by bit because I feel like it's not meant to be back on the heat though. Let's just put it all in. I didn't film it, apologies. I fully forgot to film putting it in. So this is the current situation we have going on right now. Me trying to make me cookie batter. It just looks like a bit of a snowy mess at the minute. Not gonna lie, it's kind of difficult. But I don't feel like this is gonna take as long as I thought it's gonna. Ah! This ain't smooth, and it's not really cookie batter either. And the egg, this is really not thick. Like it is, she says, and she's like struggling. Like it is thick, but at the same time it's not. I feel like I have to put some more flour in. We're gonna eyeball it. We're literally gonna just eyeball it. Ah! Oh look, I can just sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle. Like, how do I like... We're just going to stir this in. I definitely put too much in now, people. It's going to be a dry ass cookie. But it looks more like her mixture. Like, it looks mouldable now, you know? It says on here, until you have a smooth cookie batter. That what I had before was a bit more of a cookie batter, weren't it? But the thing is, I've still got to put my egg in it. So if this is too runny, imagine what it's going to be like after I put an egg in it. Now add the, followed by the egg mix. Oh right, followed by the egg mix until you have a smooth. Okay. Got ya. When did the chocolate chips go in? It's a very good point, you know. This is currently the mess we have. Kind of looks nice, but kind of looks disgusting at the same time. Like, look at this egg. Ugh. I know this is a bit of a pointless video because you literally just watching me stick stuff. I haven't even really filmed much of the frying pan. But the reason why I thought this was going to be quite a cool idea is just because more just to see if it actually works. So the next step is press the batter down and sprinkle. See, this is like, do you see this? It's so runny. Like, it looks more like cake batter. So I'm currently just laying this nice and flat. Or at least as flat as I can make it. But I kind of wanted chocolate chips throughout it, and I'm kind of disappointed now that they're not going to be. Press the batter down, sprinkle over. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle. 200 grams on this. Are you having a laugh? That's way too much chocolate. I feel like I should mix that in it, you know. I think I'm going to mix it. Okay, we're going to put that in and we're going to mix it. I feel like these should be mixed in. I don't believe in it being on top. I think chocolate chips should be throughout a cookie. I don't think I need 200 grams of them either. Okay, so I have to film this next bit on my phone because my camera has run out of storage, the SD card has run out of storage, but there's not much left, so there's not really any point of doing any more on the camera. So, all I've done is I can't flip this while I'm on this, can I? I have just mixed in the chocolate chips and I've put more on top. I didn't think it was going to be great just putting them on top. So I've mixed them in, done my own thing. Next this has to now be on a low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, that's what it says. And it does say if it starts to catch at the bottom to put a lid on top for 5 minutes. And you have to leave it for 15 minutes to cool after it's finished cooking before you start eating it, because it would just be too hard it would be too difficult to eat. Update, I hate electric hobs. So, the cookie has been on 15 minutes and has barely cooked. It says 15 minutes on low heat and it should be cooked, right? This has not cooked, you can tell it's not cooking. It's the same as what it was when I put it on. Now, it looks like it's cooking now because I can kind of smell it. I've basically turned it up. Like, I knew this would be the bit that'd be the issue, was the cooking it, because if it was on a gas hob, it'd be done perfect. When I move out, that's one thing I want is a gas hob. So this lighting quality is crap because the ring light is currently not on. I've had a disaster. It's currently 10:30. The cookie's been on charge. This cookie has been cooking for 45 minutes, which is going to take 15. It's probably going to be overcooked. It's probably going to be burnt at the bottom. If it is, we throw it in the bin, or I'll just eat the on top. I was planning on taking it into work. We'll have to see how it tastes. One of those things, it's so hard to tell when they're done because they always are soft and then they harden once you take them out. The thing is, this cookie is clearly quite thick. I think part of that's the self-raising flour. I'm not entirely sure, but if I like touch it, you can see it's sort of fine. But then if I touch this outside part's a lot less like sticky than, I don't know. I really can't, I can smell it so I know it's cooking. You can see it is around like the edge. So I don't know whether to just take it off and then hopefully it hardens, but I personally don't think this is gonna harden. And I will say, like, if anyone's watching this and they do actually make this, I really wanna see people do it that's like done it on a gas hob, because this is just, I'm sure Nadia did it on electric, but this is just a nightmare. Back again, it's now 20 to 11. This cookie is still on the frying pan. It's insane. I actually do feel like it's cooking now because there is air bubbles starting. It has been really long just because the first 20 minutes it was on too low of a heat, so it literally didn't cook. So, this is the current situation. It doesn't look cooked at all, as you can see. Round the outside does, but the on top just doesn't. If you can kind of see that. But there is air bubbles, which means it is getting through to the top. I think I am just going to end up taking it off the heat in like a couple of minutes and then just see what happens. I won't be able to, like, the end of this video is not going to, like, it will be me tasting it, but not right now. Okay, everyone. So I'm in my jog bottoms now. I'm tired. It's currently 11:30 at night. This cookie is a disaster. It didn't go well. I've just come back in. It is actually still hot. I just put my hands in the chocolate. The sides feel rock hard. So I couldn't have really kept it any longer. Like, I'm gonna try and get this out to show you. Okay, here we go. We've got okay, we can't lie, it looks thick. So, it is currently 2 days later from last time I filmed for this video, and there's like, it's a bit messy in here because I've not really had a chance to like sort everything out. So the cookie ends up cooking for 45 minutes. So I can't remember if I said any of this. I think I did because it was 11:30 at the end of that video, and yes, so 45 minutes later, and I still don't think it's cooked. Even right now, I don't think the cookie is cooked enough. But I never actually tried it, and I've still not tried it, so I'm about to try it now. I'm basically just going to cut it where the slit is, because why not? My aim was to have like a nice gooey cookie, like that's what I wanted, because who really wants a like crunchy cookie? So I wanted this to be gooey, but I wanted it to actually be cooked, and I'm doing a really thin slice because I haven't eaten dinner yet. I actually do think it's cooked a lot of the way through, and I think I probably should have just left it in for a bit longer. Okay. And actually, yeah, it was starting to get burnt. So I'm just going to show you. It's very crumbly. As you can see, it was starting to burn. It's soft. It's not. That isn't crispy at all. Like, that's soft. But it was starting to burn, so I definitely didn't leave it on. I definitely left it. That tastes burnt. Put it that way. Like, really burnt actually. But it's not hard. It's soft. It looks more like a cake. And I've got a funny feeling that is because, focus, I think it looks more like a cake because of the self-raising flour, if I'm being honest. But as you can see on top is still like cookie dough, but it's like cake throughout. I'm thinking that's because I, one, cooked it too long, so it's kind of dried out, like, 'cause it does feel dry. But then the on top is still really, really wet. So I'm gonna have a burnt bit though. My mind doesn't understand. I don't know. I mean, I'm eating it, so it's not that bad. It tastes more like a cake. Like, the texture of it's more cakey, and then you've got raw cookie dough on top. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment any ideas, any maybe food ideas. I'd like to do some chocolatey things. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe, I think. I want to do, like, add some food videos in with this, like, whole makeup and stuff situation here. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next video. Bye.